Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on 11 July launched 75 newly developed artificial intelligence products, technologies during the first ever AI in Defence symposium and exhibition organized by Ministry of Defence. Dignitaries from prestigious organizations participated in panel discussions regarding the intervention of AI in the defence sector. Among these panelists, Dr. Manindra Agrawal from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Kanpur, shared his thoughts on the important role academia can play in strengthening the defense sector.
Right now, as we are here discussing about the AI in defense sector, how important according to you is to institutionalize, before institutionalizing AI, how important according to you is the training, targeted training for the officers before deploying the actual AI?
Yeah, I think these both have to go hand in hand. One needs to develop AI solutions in collaboration with industry and academia. But at the same time, it's very important that the officers of defense forces are very knowledgeable about this. They can use them in the right way, all these solutions. They are all high technology intensive solutions. And they can also contribute to the development of better solutions because they know things at the ground, how things are happening, what are the operational requirements. And with their understanding of both operational requirement and the AI techniques, they can come up with better methods to address the problems at hand.
Sir, like I was just listening, so saying that IITs are the GDP contributors and IITians as well are the GDP contributors. In IITs, how far have we gone to specifically, getting to the programs for AI and, the specific training programs for educating the youngsters, the next generation in the AI sector?
So many IITs have started now programs to train the next generation in AI, machine learning. I'll just name a few institutions: IIT Madras, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, and several others have now specific programs for training people in AI.
Sir, how do you see the transformation happening? Because now we have started discussing and the deployment is happening from the point we do not know about. But now we have started discussing about the future of AI in defense. So how do you see it shaping in India in the next coming years?
I think it's a very important initiative, and I'm very happy to note that Ministry of Defense is well aware of it. The armed forces have taken a lead in developing solutions. What is also required, I would say, in future, and that I'm sure is going to happen, is a kind of integration of the armed forces, so that the control and the command center can then address it in its entirety, the operational requirement, because the war is in future are not going to be fought in silos. They are going to be across the entire spectrum: cyberspace, real space, air, water, everywhere, and simultaneously things may happen. So we also need a system which is going to developing that is going to be very complex. It will require all the new technology tools, AI tools, to manage them, and I am very hopeful that this is the direction we'll be moving to.
Dr. N. Ranjana, Director of Directorate of Systems and Technology Analysis, DSTA, also expressed her thoughts on making efforts in this direction to ensure that the armed forces are equipped with state-of-the-art technology.
One thing that come up in the AI sector when AI amalgamated with the defense sector is about the certification, it's about the value addition, and it's about the privacy as well to some extent. So what are your thoughts on the same? Can you enlighten us regarding the DSTA's certification and how far we have been through this?
So I'll just first explain. Any defense equipment that is made goes through a detailed certification process. So in fact, any fighter, so the certification program primarily is where the human life is involved. So these certifications are being done by CEMILAC of DRDO, which is a very big organization and works very closely with all quality and reliability organizations and ensures that every single equipment, software that goes on board is certified. So now the AI is coming, is a very recent addition. It's not a very old engineering like other engineering fields. So AI requires a much bigger thought. How do we certify and ensure that our life, if it is dependent on the AI, whether it is certified and there is no threat to our life due to AI? Because AI can be, so when you train a model, you get certain level of assurance level. But is that assurance level enough for us to hand over our life to us? That is what we meant by the certification of AI. And right now there are a lot of research is going on. There is no right answer to what AI, how to certify an AI.
Ma'am, you have been in this field for more than 20 years working in the naval weapons, and you have seen this transformation coming of AI into the defense sector specifically. So, what are your thoughts on revolutionizing this sector? How will it revolutionize the defense sector, and what are your thoughts on the same?
So definitely it will revolutionize, because certain tasks which are like mundane, we saw morning some 75 products being launched, something like, maintenance prediction or, vision or improving the language. Now this required a lot of manual activity. Now all these activity in defense also will become automated. But coming to where the ethical issues and the life issues are there, still there is some more research which will be taking up before we go live with the AI in these areas.
Lastly, we would like to take up the academia point of view of this. AI is emerging, of course, we know. It will create more opportunities for our next generation as well, and they are looking forward, of course. So, DSTA's program or anything that you would like to add on the academia side of it?
So DRDO, as such, I will tell you, DST is part of DRDO. Now, DRDO has taken multiple initiatives to skill students for the AI and with respect to some kind of a defense applications. So I just mentioned DIAT, our institute at Pune, is deemed to be university, is giving many courses in AI. Also, we are giving a lot of technology development fund projects to the industry and startups to develop a lot of AI applications. Similarly, we are also doing a lot of research already with academia as part of our DRCO Center of Excellence at various universities. Students are working on these projects with the PIs.